Joining us right now is Congressman French Hill. He's the vice chairman of the Financial Services Committee. And Congressman Hill, it's good to see you. I think there are lots of places that we can place blame. And I think that the Democrats and Republicans are kind of united when it comes to blaming the Fed for poor oversight in this situation. You've brought up some of the problems that the administration did in terms of not filling some of those jobs in oversight, specifically the vice chairman. I think it begins with the banks. It moves on to the regulators, but I think Congress shares some blame in this, too. What do you think after everything you heard yesterday?
Well, good morning, Becky. It's good to be with you. I do think we have to start with the bank. I think that's right. You've got to look at the bank management strategy. And it was both a risky liquidity strategy and a very risky interest rate sensitivity strategy, put the bank at risk. It was too dependent on too few depositors, and most of those, 90%, were over the deposit insurance limit. And so they made some mistakes, and those mistakes became apparent in the first quarter of 2021. And this was my principal concern about supervision, which was the Biden administration did not name a vice chairman for supervision and have them confirmed until October of 2022. So during that entire period, the top supervisor Fed job was vacant. And when I asked Michael Barr, the current incumbent, well, who had that delegated responsibility while there was no confirmed leader, he couldn't answer that question and said basically there wasn't anybody. And I find that concerning at the top, and I find the lack of urgency at the San Francisco Fed and the Sacramento Bank Commissioner very concerning during that same two-year period.
I'd agree with you on all of those points. I mean, I think you can look further and even check out the stress test that the Fed was putting forth. Kind of ridiculous stress test that even if Silicon Valley Bank had been subjected to it, would not have caught things. They were measuring the wrong metrics, and it had become too formulaic. Even if you ask someone like Dan Tarullo, who used to be in charge of that and who we're going to be speaking with later today, it had become far too formulaic. But there's also some reason to kind of look at deregulation that came from Congress, too. The idea that there was going to be less oversight on banks that were earning, that had far bigger numbers in assets than had been previously under Dodd-Frank. There was a big move for that, and that could have led to some of the problems, too.
Well, Becky, my view about that is that the bill that you're referring to is a bill in the Senate, 2155, that was signed into law in May of 2018. It had a strong bipartisan support in the House and in the Senate. Janet Yellen supported it. Fed officials, other Fed officials supported it. Barney Frank said it was
was in favor
okay.
of it, but he also sat on the
was,
bank that just failed as a result.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's got issues there. But my point is that it was really a technical corrections bill that was about tailoring and how to not have a one-size-fits-all approach that you saw in some of the Dodd-Frank approach. I don't think anything in Dodd-Frank or in 2155 would improve the supervision or the outcome at Silicon Valley Bank. I really don't, because bank supervision at its core is about safety and soundness and ceasing and desisting unsafe activity. That's happening under the statutes long before Dodd-Frank. And so that's why I don't think that that's as big an issue as has been made by some.